And you want you to laugh. Now I'm telling you, the money is not in the account.
Yes. Yes.
Hello, Pod World. What's up, everybody?
Hello, baby.
Ooh.
Hey.
What's that?
So,
I hate y'all.
who was that? Who else over here?
That was me. It's me, baby.
And it's me too.
Tony Braxton.
You two?
It's your boy Esquire. What's up? How you living, bro?
Hey, I'm good, man. It's your nigga Najee coming at you one more time, as Esquire always says. Coley, how
I'm
are you?
here, barely, but I'm here. I may be black,
You look good.
and I may be ugly.
Coley,
I'm here.
Coley, you smiling, and that's all that matters. That's
Is
all.
it?
Because other episode was a little touch and go there. We didn't know what to get from you.
Oh, that's what we're doing. That's the energy we're on?
No,
That's how we're starting?
we're not on that issue.
Is
We're
that
not.
how we're
We're
We're just
not.
stating facts. You was a little, your face had a little sassafras in it.
It'd be your own friends that just try to take you down.
It happens. It happens. Well, welcome everybody to another episode of Knights of the Round Table. Once again, it's your boy Najee coming at you from behind the mic. I don't have anything to drink, and I just realized that. I looked
Dang.
around for my signature bottle of refrigerator water, and I realized I left it
Where is it?
at home.
Oh,
Oh, man.
It's still in the refrigerator.
oh shit.
No.
So, guys, if I sound a little parched, please forgive me. I may ask Rizzo to
Dang.
borrow some of her bowl water.
Bro, you are 2 steps from the bathroom, so if you need to
It ain't worth it.
just splash a little bit on your face or whatever,
It
do what you
definitely ain't
gotta
worth
do.
it. So,
not.
what is everybody else drinking on since I'm parched?
Well, I've just finished up some Theraflu. So if Pod World out there, if y'all are concerned about me, it's okay. I'm going to get through it.
No.
But I also have the remnants of a Deep Eddy's lemon and club soda, but I just poured orange juice in it instead, so it's probably mostly orange juice.
That sounds real fancy.
I mean, I'm hoping that it's gonna clear it up, you know? That's what we're hoping for.
Is there some party stopper in there?
There's a party stopper in there, a little fun stopper, there's ice in there, you know? It is what it is.
How dare you?
That party's later this weekend,
Ooh.
without the fun stoppers.
I accept that. I accept
Shout out
that.
Cuzzo.
I am drinking on some mango brisk tea from my friendly neighborhood Taco Bell.
TBZ.
Easy ice.
Yeah.
So I normally don't drink brisk, but for some reason that mango was calling my name. Mango goes good with anything, so
All the
I
peaches
fuck
and
with
mango.
that. So that's it for me. No alcohol in mine.
Yeah, a little light Monday. You know, it's Monday and we just got finished with the weekend.
Thanksgiving is coming up, and you just trying to make sure you're in your right mind.
I just want room.
That's it.
I just want to make sure there's enough room for what
This
needs to
is
happen
true.
on Thursday.
This is true. I don't want anything holding me back from whatever I have, the mission I've been put on.
Wait a
This is
minute.
true.
Y'all got any plans for Thanksgiving? Y'all gonna be in the city? Y'all going? Where y'all going?
I'm gonna be right here at my aunt's house, kicking it, ready.
Not kicking it. Mm-hmm. Ooh,
That sounds like a lot of fun. I'll be in New York
Ooh.
for a few days.
hell yeah, Yonkers
Yes, son.
I'm about to be up there with my Timbs,
My
my
dude,
fitted,
my
and
G, my
bubble
guy.
coat.
up top.
You know what it is.
You better be up top.
Uptown,
Hey,
baby.
y'all OD right now. Y'all OD right now. Chill out.
Well, you going all the way up top. I'm going straight to the bottom to
Which we
Alabama.
discovered the actual bottom.
The actual bottom that has fallen out. I'll be down there just for a second, though. Just for a second.
A little burn and turn.
That's it, bro. Get in there as quick as you can, make a plate, and get your ass back up out of there. I feel like we're gonna rob my grandma. I'm gonna ride down there just to take shit out of her fucking oven and come on back.
I mean, Grandma knew what it was. She
Mama-
asked y'all to come down there. She knew.
My mother was like, "Yeah, we're going down there real quick, and I got a whole bunch of to-go plates because they don't keep too many down there, so I'm gonna bring some with us." And I was like,
Savage.
"What?
We gonna
Okay,
bring our Tupperware with us.
we taking them." So
Do y'all people do fried turkeys?
Yes.
yes, it just depends on where I'm at. If it's in Alabama, they don't do fried turkey, but if with my dad's people, they do fried turkey.
Okay. I put a special request in for my local friend who does fried turkeys to give me a plate because I don't think my family, I don't think the Jamaicans frying a turkey. They may jerk it. Pause. But they ain't gonna
But
fry
they
it.
ain't gonna fry it.
We always have two. We have a regular, like an oven roasted one, and a deep fried one.
But when did fried turkey become a thing? Like I feel like it just popped up out of nowhere.
I only remember experiencing fried turkey in my later years.
Yeah, me
not
too.
in
Same.
not in the early part. I don't know.
Like for me, it was like college time. I remember
Yes.
fried turkeys. I don't remember
Because I
anything
didn't
before
ever
that.
eat the turkey because I don't like regular turkey. It's dry to me.
Mm.
So I started eating it once it became deep fried.
Oh, okay.
I found somebody who they like inject the turkey with like a I guess a culinary syringe or whatever, and like butter and all kinds of shit in it. So
Yeah.
then they deep fry it.
That sounds like a blessing.
You need me
It's
to give you an
wonderful.
extra piece of that plate. I can get you a piece of the turkey.
Bro, if you can save a little bit of the turkey, just
sliver.
a little corner piece praise of the turkey. That's it.
A wing, baby.
I will make the call
Please.
and make sure I don't eat it all.
Tell him I need to put in $2 on my little tip of the
$2.
turkey.
So he gonna cash app you for 2 slices of turkey on rye.
Just enough for a sandwich.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So guys,
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving out there, everybody.
Oh, happy
yeah,
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, by the way.
Feliz Navidad. And
Merry
all the fun
Christmas.
stuff. Happy Kwanzaa.
Yes.
Rosh Hashanah. You know what else is there?
Yeah.
What is Rosh Hashanah?
I have no idea. I feel like that happened already. Rosh Hashanah happened already, but
I don't know.
nonetheless,
And happy Ramadan.
I think that's coming.
That,
It
oh, that's
hasn't
coming.
already.
That's on
Chinese
the
New
way.
Year.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
Year of the Dragon.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right. Let's make sure we don't leave nobody out. We're all about inclusive.
Unleash the dragon.
That's a great song. That was literally one of my favorite songs when the album came out. But speaking of songs, what note y'all got?
This is your love.
Finding your note.
I was left out.
I
I don't know how to join in.
for this week, sorry about that. This week for Finding Your Note, I had to give it to my number one Shadow King of R&B,
This gonna be
Mr.
your favorite song.
Number one. Sorry, Najee. Number one Shadow King, Mr. Eric Bellinger,
EB.
EB.
Not to be confused with Josh.
Okay.
Josh Bellinger.
Josh Bellinger. Who is that?
As Benji always talked about Josh Bellinger, Eric's cousin.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know you had family.
He doesn't, as a made up thing.
That's a made up. I was like, I'm completely lost.
I was like, I've never heard of Josh Bellinger before.
But Mr. Bellinger just put out another album that is actually really good. It's for we're getting it a little cold here, and in remembrance of our 1 year anniversary that's coming up. He put out what's called the Cuffing Season 3.
Tres.
Not to be confused with 1 or 2, but this is Cuffing Season 3. I think Eric Bellinger went back to basics with this one. I was a little unhappy with some of his other stuff, but he's got some pretty good little tracks on here. Some notable ones, in my opinion, are John B.
Yes.
That's a great one.
On My Way, On Sight, and Redo. The whole album is pretty good, but especially John B. Check out John B. That's how you do a sample. And I'm done.
Yeah, that was actually really good. When you put me on to that, when I played the other day, I was like, oh, John B. Well, this is not John B. But it is John B.
But it is John B. John B would be proud.
John B's somewhere at your local pub playing the piano, very excited that he can cover his own song being covered.
And it sounds good. I like it. Shout out to you, Eric. We appreciate. I have been steadily over the last few weeks still listening to Wale's new album. Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, wow.
It's been when it came out that same week as a couple other things that I've been listening to, and it's still in the rotation, quite heavy. I've always liked Wale, so anything he puts out for the most part I've been cool with. But this new album is really cool. Songs to note are Sue Me, featuring the wonderful and the ever always on her note Kelly Price. It has like a sample of some gospel song from the 90s, and it's fantastic. I'm actually mostly loving it just with the choir in the background. The content of Wale's rap is actually very good, but that choir sounds amazing. Additionally, on there, I believe the song that I like is going to be BGM, which stands for Black Girl Magic, or Cliche with Ari Lennox. Good tracks all around. Wale did a real good job.
That was a good one. And it came out October 11th, it says. And still riding it. I imagine that'll take you on to the rest of the year. Mm-hmm. Really good track. Yeah, he's very underrated,
Yes.
Wale is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He was on the Soul Train Awards, and he brought Kelly Price out there and sang that song, so that was good.
I remember she was out there in that trash bag, and after the music ended, she ran the fuck off of that damn stage.
It was good, though. We fucks with it.
I didn't see it. I'll go back. I should go back and look at it.
Will you?
If you send it to me.
Will you, sir?
Otherwise-
Or are you just giving us pod?
No. If you send it to me, I'll go look at it. If you build it, they will come.
They will come.
So I've kind of got two. So I'll start with my mainstream.
Oh.
And then I went off script and found some. Well, I went back to my old school days. But I've been listening to Ready album by Trey Songz. Yeah, I don't
Yes.
know. It just hit me the other day, and I was like, I need to listen to this entire album. I think Trigger may be next, but I actually like Trigger. Not a lot of people did, apparently.
I did too.
I love that album, but I don't want to double. Well, you have both of them. But some honorable songs from that one, of course, Neighbors Know My Name, Panty Dropper, I Invented Sex,
Yeah.
Say Ah, LOL Smiley
Okay,
Face.
the whole album?
The whole shit is dope. So forgive me for getting excited, but you don't have to. We don't have to have all that.
That
But
whole album was just built for fucking, and it
Was.
could have been an honorable mention for the Ceci playlist that we did, but we didn't want to come off as
Did we put You
mainstream.
Belong to Me on the Ceci playlist?
I don't think so
We
because I
didn't
would have
make
known
it
that.
on there. Dang.
I listened to that playlist the other day.
But that fucking album, you're right, Najee. That shit right there, that's timeless. That's
It
that's
is.
Trey's
Sometimes
best
she call
work.
me Trey.
Sometimes she say Tremaine.
That's Trey's best work there.
So my non-mainstream joint is from a guy named Ty Real. The album's called Ego Overdose. I think it's a mixtape. Literally, I want to say I got this back in like 2011. Yeah, so I've been listening to it for a while. You probably can Google it and find it somewhere, but it's a mixtape. It's been out for a while.
Tyrell. He sings, raps. What
He
do you do?
raps.
Raps. Okay.
So, No ID is my joint, Raising Hell, and we'll go with My Apologies.
Can you spell that for the people out there that just need some
Sure.
help with black names?
Tyrell. So if you search Tyrell on Apple Music or something like that, apparently some other person pulls up. So I guess there are two.
Okay.
This Tyrell is a very lighter skinned African American fellow with glasses on this album at least. But Ty is spelled Ty and then Real, Real.
Oh, okay.
Ego Overdose.
So check your local Dat Piff,
Dat
LimeWire,
Exactly.
BearShare.
BearShare.
Fair
find it.
share.
You will have all the viruses, but you might be able to find this. Or you can just hit us up and I'll just send you the link because
Send the link.
It's
Good
in
old
there
Bear
deep.
Share. I love that. I like
the
that
good
a
old
lot.
days.
That's good. Great find your notes, you guys. We're gonna have a playlist dropping this weekend. Little holiday playlist for you. Not a holiday playlist. It's just because there's a holiday and we're dropping a playlist. But keep a lookout for that and all the stuff we've been listening to for the last few weeks since the other playlist. This is playlist number 6, so keep an eye out. Good stuff coming your way.
Well,
Wow.
speaking of playlists, we need to do a playlist for all this fucking shit that's been happening that we've been talking about with this goddamn gate being open. So since we last came together, there have been some things that have been happening that we want to talk about.
Yes, get cold outside. Niggas want to act up.
Exactly. Number one, somebody get Jada Pinkett her fucking Emmy or her Eisner Award that she's looking for, or whatever the award is for journalists.
Is it a daytime Emmy? Because that shit come on at 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
I don't-
Like, what?
I don't know when it drops.
I don't know. She might just get a whole bunch of likes on Facebook, and then
Which is
that's called
important.
That. That is important.
Call
You know?
back. Or call forward.
Call.
Well, speaking of who left the gate open, Jada Pinkett recently had Robin Crawford, who was Whitney Houston's confidant
Still
slash
is.
lover. Well, is her spiritual confidant. She was on there just talking, just trying to clear the air with exactly what her relationship was and everything. Coley, what was the main thing?
So, Robin Crawford 1 is out here peddling her book, A Song
peddling.
for You, My Love Letter to Whitney or My Journey with Whitney or something like that.
I think it's like a love letter.
Yes. And she's finally clearing the air about all the rumors that were spread about her and Whitney Houston back in the day. And what we will say is that Robin Crawford has been very noble, very respectful. It's not a smearing thing. It doesn't seem malicious at all in any way, which I think is really cool. But I did have my concerns with like why now, like all of a sudden, and she did answer some of those questions. But more importantly, Jada Pinkett Smith is out here riding Robin's wave and trying to compare their pain, and that was the most interesting part of the interview for me. Now, did you watch the interview? Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. So Jada's out here. You all know Jada had her little time with Tupac back in the day. where they were dating and they were not. They broke up, and then Tupac died very soon after that. So she was comparing that pain and that loss more often in the conversation than I thought was appropriate. But Robin was a saint.
It's all they had in common.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was. I liked listening to Robin talk, and I appreciated. Jada got on my nerves for the first time because I loved Red Table Talk, but Jada was like, I was like, Jada, what is this? What is this?
Jada was definitely giving a lot of television for this groundbreaking interview that she pulled up. But at a certain point, it was just like, Jada, you don't have to give me all these tears. We still don't believe you and Tupac were that close.
There was a lot of reaching across the table to grab her hand.
It was.
Speaking of which, can I just say, go on record and say, Robin Crawford was bad back in the day. Did you see all
was
those
she on
pictures?
that purple double-breasted suit at the wedding?
Not.
You didn't see that?
I saw when it pulled up. I didn't rewind it to look because they only had it on there for just a
I
second.
didn't either, 'cause-
Oh my
so I
God.
didn't know it was a jacket because when they showed the first picture, she was behind Whitney and Bobby.
that's
And
what I
then-
saw.
But then they flash forward a little bit later, and she was walking down the aisle, and then she had on the purple double breast, and I was like, that's actually a pretty dope jacket. I don't know that I would get off with that color, but like it looked really good on her.
I saw the one where she was like in all white and she had like her hair up or something like that. And I was like, Whitney Houston knew exactly. Whitney was picking the bad ones out.
Oh, bro.
And she was.
Oh,
this is
my
before
God.
she got the mohawk and everything like that.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, and the oversized blazer.
And the oversized blazer. Yes.
Either way, Robin had some really cool things to say. Again, like I said, I do wonder why now all of a sudden, but I'm glad to hear the story.
She talked to Whitney. Remember? She asked her, she
Christina-
said, "Nip,
Christina died.
what do you want me to do?" And Nip basically said, "Tell him."
Nip said
Basically.
tell him
First.
from the grave.
Nip said, tell
Listen,
him.
people hear a lot of different things. So she's been doing it very, very eloquently.
Yes.
You know, she's very well
We can
spoken.
give her that.
Yeah, she is very well spoken.
She doesn't she doesn't seem to be overly emotional about the situation still. So she sounds like she's coming from a very platonic conversation. I'll just give you the facts as to what happened.
Yes.
And she sounds like you don't need anything really. So
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah.
maybe buy the book, but
Yeah. At this point, it's just like it didn't feel to me like she was trying to sell us the book, but she didn't do the whole like and then chapter 7 I talk about my time with Nip and
or I can't tell you so much. But you have to get the
You know,
book first. You got to get the book.
Right.
Yeah, she left all that good stuff out, which I appreciated, and it kind of felt much more heartfelt. And then of course you got Jade on the other side, like bawling without tears coming down.
Right.
I maybe her cornrows caught him. I think is what it was.
I did appreciate. Well, I think one of the things she said that was interesting to me about when she stepped forward was like after Bobby Christina died. She was like, I just felt like it was just too much. The rumors, the crazy, just everything that was going on. It was so much. It's like it's so much lies, all the messiness. I just felt like that's when I needed to say something because it got to that point where it was that bad. I was like, all right then. So like you said, it's coming from a good place, and I can appreciate that.
And her wife came out there for like 2 seconds to say her little piece, and
Which I
was like,
think was
she
good
actually-
because I thought she was like a shadow wife. I didn't know she was real
She was
until
actually
she came
real.
out.
She was only out there for a second. I was like, she probably could have texted that to Jada and be like, "Hey,
Phone a
I'm in the
friend.
bathroom real quick, but I support it." It went from there.
I told her if Whitney calls, if Whitney shows up, the door's always open for Nip.
That's anyway.
I mean,
Well, speaking of the doors always being open and who you want to come in and come out, impeachment.
Get 'em out.
The
Get 'em
impeachment
out.
update. Speaking of holding the door open and letting them come out.
hold the door.
Well, as you guys know, the Democrats have just finished up, or I don't know, they're still going to be doing their public hearings, basically reaffirming everything that we always knew, that Donald Trump was a scumbag
Dirtbag.
and that he was a lie and a cheat and the devil ain't in him. The devil is in him.
The
A
Lord
deceiver
Lord ain't in him.
and a heartbreaker.
Yes.
Ooh, and he won't take you back.
Sorry.
So the way it's looking right now, it looks like that the Democrats are going to impeach him in the House, but it's up in the air towards not him being removed in the Senate. So we'll see what the hell is going on.
Here's hoping, my niggas. Here's the fuck hoping.
Hearing all of it like being recanted at the same time, it's a lot. Like you hear it one at a time, and something else happens, and it kind of takes your attention off of it. But
Yeah.
like coming back and like
The last 2 years, yeah.
they just start running through the whole shit, and it's like, God damn, like
Y'all let
you
him
was
do
out
all
here.
that?
When those hearings were going on last week, because I was watching them, I was like, it's amazing how at this point the stuff that's happening in Washington is a lot more interesting than the shit that we see on television.
It's the
At this point,
it's a level up.
it is a level
We got
up.
better cameras, better writers.
Better characters.
Exactly. Orange characters at that.
Exactly.
It's
It's
a
more
walking
honest, more
cartoon.
real, but somehow not.
And I think just the fact of having someone sitting in the White House who don't give a damn.
At
It
all.
was just like, what else can I do today? That motherfucker literally ran out into the front lawn with large font on his fucking paper just to say, and I wrote this down, no quid pro quo. No it looked like somebody had wrote in crayon on his fucking
God.
piece of paper for him to out there reading.
Like the vows.
Oh God.
It's just not good. I'm tired. I'm tired of all of it.
Well,
You may be tired, but it may not be over yet.
well, Lord willing, we gonna get out of this somehow. Y'all, that's why y'all need to keep praying. Y'all need to pray.
That and make sure that the right people are in place to make these decisions. Unlike Mr. Judge Joe Brown out
Oh
here,
God.
who is running rampant on the internet, discussing feminism, Harriet Tubman, and the $20 bill. So whatever outlet he was on, speaking. How did this conversation start? Because I read it.
They were talking about just the whole Harriet Tubman being put on the $20 bill, and Judge Joe Brown, God bless his heart. I don't know if he was drinking the same thing that Ben Carson was drinking on that day. Or smoking the same stuff.
Oh, God.
But he began to make comments, and I'm trying to pull them up right here. But he was making comments basically saying he just thought it was crazy for them to honor a black woman first before they honor a black man. He said something along the lines of ethnic culture. Here it is. The status of an ethnic group is determined by its men, not its women. And putting a
Which
black
is
woman
crazy.
on there before a black man is insulting the black race because you're saying the men ain't worth a damn. If you put a woman up there first.
That has nothing to do with the price of tea in China, like at all.
I just, he said that he don't give a goddamn about feminists.
He also said, he said they can go. He said they can go straight to hell.
Yes.
On that one. Yes, you're absolutely right. And then in regards to the Harriet Tubman movie, he said this movie is to soften the public up to the idea of taking a black woman who freed slaves by leading them to freedom and getting her or another one like her on a $20 bill. They can't get a white woman, so they want a black woman. They don't care. They just want a woman, and it downs masculinity.
It is. Some of it's just, what is it about the? Said our race. I respect black women immensely. I'm prepared to die for them. However, our race has been kept in line by the suppression of its men. It was so interesting, like the line of thought that he was having. But I'm like, bro, Harriet Tubman, I think she surpasses gender or sex. She's literally freed slaves, men and women, children, whatever. So I don't think it matters that I think she just happens to be female.
Yeah, she's an icon.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And well overdue
Right.
for her recognition. I think he had a Quincy Jones moment. You remember when Quincy Jones did that interview with Rolling Stones
Yes.
and shit was just coming out and it was like, all right, just keep the tape going,
He
keep the tape
let
fucking
it
going.
run.
Like he's talking. Can't wait to publish this one. He sounded very crazy.
That's not good. What was it? Oh, I lost my train of thought. Just like that.
Don't lose it. Stay with
Side
it.
note, I can't. Every time someone says Judge Joe Brown, I hear it in Ricky Smiley's voice when he was on Open Casket Shark. When he was imitating somebody's grandma, I was like, "Shut up! I'm trying to watch Judge Joe Brown." That's all I can hear when I hear Judge Joe Brown. Forgive me, but that's what I can hear
Judge
in
Joe
my
Brown
head.
clearly showed us that he got his judgeship from I don't know, the Flintstones. It was
Oh wow!
just
Oh damn! Don't take it. Don't
these
take
are
it
the wrong
stuff like
these are
that.
the wrong type of comments to make at this point in life. This is not the time to be talking like this. But when you old, you do what you want, I guess.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, first off, who is interviewing Judge Joe Brown just to be interviewing him?
Somebody
Like,
at your local Piggly Wiggly.
somebody realized they stumbled on fucking gold when they caught him right at the fucking right time.
Can I quote you? Yeah, you're goddamn right. You can quote me.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Well, this is on it's in essence. So who was
Oh
he?
God.
Right, but I'm just saying, though, like, who came up with that idea? Like, hey, you know what? We ain't heard from Judge Joe Biden in a very long time. Can we?
Well, it does say he was talking to a Hotep ideologist. So there's that's part of it.
I don't
It's got to be an
understand.
interesting conversation.
I don't understand that at all.
So Judge, don't y'all reach out to old black men at this point, because they just as bad as the old white ones, just about.
Well, y'all think he need to be canceled?
No,
Okay.
we can just laugh about it right now and ignore him and keep moving, because
Okay.
2028 Harriet gonna be on the bill. I don't. It is what it is.
He's at 21.
2028 they
Oh,
moved
okay.
it.
Oh,
Yes.
Harriet Tubman's been in some hot topics.
Oh yeah, that movie apparently.
Shout out to Sandra
problematic.
Bullock.
So Sandra or Julia?
It was
Which one?
Julia Roberts,
Oh, that's even worse.
but we love Sandra Bullock here.
Because I love Sandra Bullock, but Julia Roberts, I didn't.
How is that even possible?
I would hope. I don't think, based on the articles that we read, I don't think Julia Roberts knew that she was up for consideration.
Right.
They won't know.
But yes, they won't know the difference. That's what one of the producers said. If they got Julia Roberts to do blackface.
I don't know if anybody has ever seen Tropic Thunder, but
Oh, God.
when Robert Downey Jr. put on that blackface to play that character, first off, that shit was fucking hilarious.
That was hilarious.
But that was also in a comedy versus a
And he knew he
documentary.
was in blackface
And he was
doing that.
he was a character.
Yeah.
Doing a character.
Doing a character.
Versus you want Julia Roberts to get out a Pretty Woman to come straight up here
And free the
and free the slaves.
I would have loved. I wonder if she got the call.
She's a real light skinned slave.
I would have loved to be on three-way with her when they were like, "Yeah, Julia, we want to talk about this role with you. It's like it's
No,
very
man.
good. It's empowering. We want you to play Harriet Tubman."
Who?
John, you have to give me a little more of that. Who the fuck is Harriet Tubman?
See? No one's gonna know.
That's just ridiculous.
Who in the goddamn fuck is Harriet Tubman? I told you, don't come to me with these cheap ass roles anymore,
It's one of those
John.
Netflix films. It's unfortunate. Perhaps then.
Who in the fuck is Harriet Tubman?
Who the goddamn fuck is Harriet Tubman?
That might be the name of this damn episode. Who the fuck is Harriet Tubman?
They could always, they could always release that version of the movie on Patreon.com.
Not that
I'm
version.
paying $3 to $9 for
Not the
that.
fucking unreleased director's cut of Harriet Tubman with
that
Julia
shit-
Roberts.
That shit would be pure gold.
I think they would run Julia Roberts out of the country if she fucking did. Not just cancel, you would be wiped out of existence.
She's one of my favorite actresses. I would not be okay with that. I'd be so upset.
Her credits include Pretty Woman, Harriet Tubman.
And my best friend's wedding.
What did she play in Harriet Tubman?
She played Harriet Tubman.
Absolutely not.
But that'd be the worst IMDb review.
Oh,
Not
God.
good.
Pretty Woman, my best friend's wedding.
Harriet Tubman.
She played Harriet Tubman.
Is this a comedy? No. It's a very serious biopic.
Biopic.
You know, there's some people who say biopic. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like that. I'm sorry, just talk about me.
No.
But
It's a biopic.
speaking of which, what didn't make the biopic? What the fuck is going on with R. Kelly? Why is he still in the news?
Right.
Why has that nigga got the death chair yet?
Joycelyn Savage
Just playing.
has popped up, and Joycelyn was one of the ones who, if you watch the Surviving R. Kelly series, shout out to episode 3, season 1. She was one of the ones who is more recently still caught up with Robert Sylvester. Her parents were out there running after, looking for her, throwing rocks at the windows and whatnot.
That was Azriel's parents.
That was Azriel's parents.
The other one's parents are she's the lighter skinned one.
Yes, and her parents did the press conference.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Yes.
So she wasn't the one that was trying to sing.
No, that was Azriel.
That was Azriel,
Well, she
okay.
may have, but they didn't
Well,
talk
the way
about
she
it.
implies that, Robert was telling her that he was going to help her be famous, get her career started. So she wanted to do something entertainment wise, and he was saying he was going to help her. But she has been sticking by him throughout all these shenanigans, along with Azriel. But here recently, she has decided to come forward, and on the website Patreon.com, she is telling her story for subscriptions of $3 or $9 monthly. So every week, she is putting out a new a few pages of her story. And the pages that they've released out on the internet without going to Patreon are quite graphic. She's real honest. There's some commas that need to be put in there. She is not well spoken.
Oh,
Okay,
Probably
okay,
because
okay.
she's been locked up with R. Kelly all this time.
Okay, she'll have OnlyFans soon, I'm sure.
what is the difference? What do you get for $3 and what do you get for $9? If you don't
One is
merch,
exclusive
Oh.
merch.
It's merch one of them? Like, I want to say it said merch.
you get like merchandise, like for $9. What do they get? What is she giving her? Because Patreon's like a gift to the fans, right? For paying me, I give you some
It's a
exclusive
picture
shit.
of her trying to get out the
guess.
window.
I fucking can't. Wow.
Yeah, I have no idea what kind of nude she's posting on Patreon to get people to subscribe. But
$3 and $9.
$3
Those are some
It doesn't
very-
look good. She's out here saying this, getting her money for it, which I think we were talking about this right before we started. I said, why not the news and the major news outlets, because they will. Do they not pay for those things for you to talk?
It just depends on who you
Maybe
go
they're
to.
not interested anymore.
I'm about to say, at this point, we know everything we need to know.
Well,
This is true.
You
And
also
if she
know
won't
that
give her story, somebody else will.
how social things have like a lot of power.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Patreon is probably a way that there are people who may not watch the news or whatever to kind of tap into these kind of conversations or whatever. So
It's a good way to keep the conversation going.
I guess,
Yes.
or it's a good way to control the narrative.
Ooh, yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know how much of this isn't a ploy to keep going with the whole. We don't know what's going to happen with this. We'll find out, as I think things are revealed. But I mean, you have much more control over what's going on with if you're only posting what you post, and if it's like raw and uncut and unwell spoken.
True that. Yeah, no, there's some commas missing, some run-on sentences. That's the first thing I noticed. That's just me.
I blame Robert, but I'm still blaming that background singer that saw it
The one
all.
with the neck. Yes.
Yes, with the thyroid problem.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever her name is, I still blame her. Whoever
that-
she
She
is.
saw a
her
lot
name?
and knew a lot.
It wasn't Coco, was it?
No,
Started with a J. Also started with a J.
it's like Jay something, and she was like,
She was crying like all
Robert
get
was
out.
like a
Had a
kid,
little-
and
had a little
you
red
can't just tell him no.
Yeah, no, she.
Oh, yeah, because that's when I saw him and Aaliyah.
Yes,
Okay.
I still blame her for everything.
And she doing
can't
what
blame
she
him for
she going to
everything.
reveal what she knew about
Every-
Aaliyah. You weren't even there.
Well,
I mean, I'm only partially interested at this point. I just want Robert behind bars. I want that to be over. Also, we've been made aware that he is a nasty nigga, so let's just lock him up and keep it moving.
You don't think that this is his way of telling her what she can release and taking that money and flipping it back to him?
I mean, maybe. Because if she didn't say nothing this whole time. She was so adamant about being on his side, and all of a sudden she has something to say.
Because if you would have gone through like the news or whatever, then they may have had some kind of like legal obligations for if you're going to give a certain kind of information, then
This is true, because
Is
who's
there
to say
something
she
to do
can't
with
be
that?
called now, though? Couldn't they call her up now if someone saw this to see where the facts
they
are?
they can compel her to testify or
Yeah.
with a subpoena. If they haven't done so already or asked her about different investigations. Now she
Yeah.
has to worry about if the police did get involved and they were asking her different questions about what's been happening. Did she lie to them? Because then that's obstruction of justice.
Yep.
So I'm hoping she made the right decision there. She hasn't been making them so far, so who knows?
We gonna see.
Joycelyn Savage, I don't know. I'm
Y'all
not
get out
interested.
there on Patreon and see what she's talking about. Somebody let me know. If y'all out there listening, get on patreon.com, pay that $9. You can get the slave merch and hit us up at the Gmail and let us know what they talking about on there, because I'm not paying.
Yeah, I'm not interested in what she has to say. I do want justice for her and everybody
Yes.
else, but at this point, we just saw you 2 months ago with Gail, and you were like ready to cuss Gail clean out in that interview
Right.
when she asked you any question involving Robert.
I felt like she was just playing off Azriel. Azriel was like a pit bull that ain't had food in 7 years. It was like, come on, yo, shut up, shut the fuck up, sit down. Just let
Well, and whatever happened to the little girl that he has dressing up like a little boy? Where is she
So
at?
she got out, remember?
But she went back.
She did, and I think she got out again.
Oh, why are you talking about like she a dog or something?
She
She
like
got
straight-
out.
Because
She
that's
got
how it
out.
was, bro. It
Yeah.
literally was like she escaped.
She a stray cat. She
Bruh,
keeps
it's worse
going
than
back.
polygamy,
Her
bro.
mama literally came and got her.
She brought them finger waves across country to get her child. She rolled the wave across country to come get her child.
About to break into a hotel trying to get to him.
She did real good though. She was real like, oh, just my daughter is upstairs in one of these rooms, and she's being held. And when her mama opened the door, she said, what are you doing?
Right.
Come with me.
Come with me. Let's go, baby.
Left out, then they
Meet
hit
me
a
downstairs.
little thing 2 months later. She has gone back to. I was like, God.
That's about as bad as when you see that shit on Intervention. And it's like they have relapse. It's like, oh shit.
I actually
Didn't
never
work.
seen that show.
Box wine.
Ew.
Y'all do what you will. Give Jocelyn your money. Push up Judge Joe Brown. Follow the impeachment. Get the $20 bills. Whatever you do.
And keep Robin in your prayers.
And
Because she
keep-
going through. She out here mourning
Talking to Whitney.
and showing all of Whitney's nasty text messages they used to
In
send
the
each
Bible
other.
that they wrote to each
In
other.
the Bible.
If you
In the
see Jada
Bible.
Pinkett Smith out there, tell her to stop reaching across that table.
Oh, she almost reached across the table when T.I. was up there.
Oh God! Oh yeah, that happened. We're gonna get to that when they air part 2. But I watched that and that was a mess too.
Oh,
The release today at T.I.'s response to his foolishness. It was a
Yeah.
good teaching moment for T.I.
Twas.
Gam out there telling me no baby that's
Yeah.
not right.
first off, Jada Pinkett's mama looked better than Jada Pinkett.
That's
Like,
only because she had work done.
she's at
Jada
work now?
Pinkett.
Oh, Jada Pinkett has.
Yeah.
How about to say? I thought Mama was just hitting
No,
the gym.
I'm saying, I'm pretty sure if Jada would have just not had all whatever work done she had.
She'd have been right there.
Yeah, Jada been fine since forever.
I was just saying, Mama kicked it up a notch with that gold blonde hair that she got going on too. I was in this pure tea lusting today. Like that red table talk got real nasty.
Hey there, mama.
And she ain't let her mama get a word in edgewise. Mama was in there trying to cut in a couple times. Jada was like, nope.
Let me close the gate off of you niggas.
Oh.
We're gonna put y'all back behind the gate. Y'all, your president, Robin, Jada, her mama, T.I.,
Jada and her
Joycelyn. We're gonna leave everybody on the outside of the gate but Robert. Close him in, throw Donald in there, and then we're gonna hit up these young ladies, our friends in the neighborhood, to use their law skills.
Family law and immigration law can both be complicated legal matters. When you have those difficult questions or have run out of options concerning your legal needs, look no further. The Law Office of Anderson and Hart is here to help. The partners, Denise Anderson and Christine Hart, offer experience, dedication, and above all, results. Visit them online at www.andersonandhartlaw.com. And if you're wondering, Hart is spelled H-A-R-T. Or you can give them a call at 704-710-6396. Their specialties are family law and immigration law. Give them a call.
All right, y'all. This week on this shit right here, we're going to keep it coming with some interesting content for you. Social media. Public frenemy. Number 1. Dun, dun, dun.
Social media. The end all be all, as they say. If it didn't happen on social media,
Hey,
it didn't happen for real.
I ain't see it.
That's
It ain't
true.
happen.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
this is true. Did you let me check my Facebook?
Right.
So what we want to do is kind of take a dive into social media, the construct that it is, what it was, what it has become, and just it's all encompassing. It's involved in so many different parts of our lives, and it's given so much weight in so many different areas. I find that to be interesting for something that started out as a place to listen to music and meet new friends. But with that being said, for a moment of nostalgia, our favorite moments or memorable initial moments with social media. I know I did have a MySpace. I think I had one in high school. I don't remember when I got a MySpace. I want to say I had one in high school. Or maybe it was in college. I don't remember.
When did you get Black Planet?
I had Black
Jesus.
Planet briefly at freshman year when I was at Livingstone College. I was told about Black Planet, and I was like, what do you mean Black Planet? Like, I didn't understand it. I didn't know anything about that. I don't recall using it either that.
What about your Farmers Only?
I never had a Farmers Only.
I've never even heard of that.
Thought about Christian Mingle.
Farmers
You know.
Only is a place where people who are in the agricultural lifestyle go to meet up. They used to have like commercials for them, like seriously.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
Where they show people like on horses.
I thought that was
They're
a
like-
joke, to be honest.
It's actually a Farmers Only thing out there.
But anyway, my main
sorry,
remembrance
excuse
of
me.
social media would have been Facebook. When I transferred to UNC Charlotte for my sophomore year of college, everyone was asking, "What's your Facebook? What's your Facebook?" I was like, "What the hell is a Facebook?" Because Livingstone was not on the initial launch list. So when I was a freshman in 04, they did not have it. So I did not get Facebook till 05.
Where did you discover? Where were you at? Which college were you at when you discovered Hennessy and Kanye West?
I want to know why you are so determined to keep me away from the topic.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to. Well, I'm just saying you discovered a lot at Livingston.
I did discover a lot at Livingstone,
So-
but not Facebook, which is what we're talking about right now. I discovered that at a different time.
You said Facebook was in college.
Yes, but I did not
Discover
You're not listening to what
Hennessy
I was saying.
and-
You were so intent on asking me where the fuck you were. Why are you letting him do this to me?
Bro, I'm just here.
Weird.
I just remember you telling that story about the Hennessy and Kanye West, and I was like, okay, so she got Facebook, Hennessy, and Kanye West at Livingstone. Like, what else did you discover?
I didn't get Facebook at Livingstone.
No, because they weren't on the list. They weren't a real school.
Oh.
Yes, while you were waiting to ask me about the Hennessy and the Kanye, that's the story that I was telling.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, she literally just said that she learned about when she came to UNC Charlotte because Livingstone was not on the launch list.
Got you. I was so doggone eager to get that joke out there. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're right. Okay. Go ahead. We're listening.
No, that was my initial.
Now the smile is
experience
gone.
The smile is gone. It is gone.
with Facebook, and I liked Facebook in college. It was cool. I was like, cool, Facebook, I like it, and I love
Facebook's-
taking pictures anyway, so I was all about it.
Facebook, when it first started, was basically a way for you as a college elitist to just intermingle with other college.
Yes.
Now, meanwhile, some of us were failing like shit, but we were a part of the college elite, making pure
But
S.
you was logging in from your dorm.
You better believe. You best believe. Freshman year when I was at Central is when I got my Facebook, and which would have been the same time you got yours when you went to UNCC, and it was just a land of misfit toys for. I just didn't know what to do. I didn't have Black Planet. I think I had a MySpace for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks because I didn't know how to do all the cool stuff, like make your page. I just had a Jordan symbol in the back and then like words, and I don't even remember what it said.
Wow.
Yeah.
Only time I found out about Black Planet was when people were showing me this crazy ass video in senior year of high school. It was a wild video that I didn't know that was out there. I was like, oh, this is here. I could
I feel like we want to ask what the video is, but
Oh, the video was a woman playing with herself with a fucking 40-ounce bottle of liquor.
oh,
Yeah, so she was pulling the fucking bottle out of her twat, like full of liquor.
got you.
It was the weirdest thing I ever saw at 17.
Well, you know how girls on Black Planet be when they get bubbly. That's what
That was on
Kanye
Black
said.
Planet or MySpace?
Black Planet, I believe.
Black Planet. Okay.
Wow.
Because I didn't have
That
one,
was her
so
profile, or-
I have no idea who this person was. The guy in my meanwhile, this is senior year of high school. I'm in a computer coding class, and the guy's like, "Come here."
Oh, this is
So-
in school.
on the school computer. So this
Gotcha.
this is predating when they put like the little limits on stuff. This ain't the library where they got like the you can't go to certain websites because Black Planet was supposed to be like a regular social site, so everything was fine. But no, this page was pure pussy
Oh, shit.
everywhere.
Oh, my God.
And I was just like, bro, what is your login? For science purposes, I have to come back and see
For
what
science.
what did she post next.
Right.
I was
Because
locked in, bro.
science.
It was better than the Kardashians.
What? Oh shit. I didn't. Just speaking of porn, I didn't get any type of social media until college. I was too busy using our house computer for porn. I didn't necessarily.
Matt AOL porn.
Right. I was not into watching the little pictures scroll in slowly, like, oh yes. And I know you are naked right now. Like, old school porn, when you're looking at it on dial up, your imagination work first.
Booty Talk 7.
Then it shows you. But
Now
when
we're
I,
on OnlyFans.
when I grew up and graduated from high school, I remember right before I went to UNCG, everybody was like, "Oh, you got to set up a Facebook account. You got to set up a Facebook account, or you got your email for the school and everything set it up." So I set it up, and the rest was.
Did you think it was
history.
porn?
Facebook?
Yeah.
No, I don't think Facebook. Was
Oh, okay.
porn. I didn't. Now I knew what porn was because I was looking at it.
No, I'm saying I didn't know if you thought that. So when I got Facebook, I was like, "Is this like an extension of that Black Planet thing that I saw?" But it was not. It was literally like old, like it was pictures, people posting pictures with their old family members,
Right.
and stuff like that. So
No, I didn't think it was porn. I I did ask what it was, and they were like, "It's like MySpace." I was like, "I don't have MySpace." It was like it's Black Panther. I don't have that. And they just was where college kids go and meet up. And you're not cool if you don't have it.
Yeah.
So
It was good. It was good for what it was. I remember, I want to say senior year of college for me is when I popped up and saw that my sister requested my friendship. Actually, no, it would have been my junior year because she would have been a senior in high school if I was a junior in college. And I was like, what is this? How? Why?
She's not in college.
Why is this happening? And then like 2 years after that, my mother requested. I was like, oh my God, it's getting worse.
It was bad, bro.
when they opened it up for high schoolers and then the general public, it was a
General
terrible time.
public.
Yes, and the general public. It was a terrible time
Terrible.
in history for everybody. They should just kept it separated. But it was simpler times. It was simpler
Segregated social media.
times.
That's
That's
what we
it.
need.
I mean, people was using like they CPCC emails and everything, trying to get up in that motherfucker. It was
Well, that's at least college.
yes. And I remember at a time, and kind of going back to what Carly was saying, where schools were not on the list, and so people would be like, "Well, I go to such a school, I can't log in." Like,
That wasn't college.
And they had Facebook had that little list of schools that were on there. This was like your school ain't on there, bro.
How do you break it to them?
They don't have DeVry. I don't see it on there at fucking all.
That was the thing, because when I got mine, I remember going back to look and see if anyone else from Livingstone was on there. And I was like, oh, they're not on the list, but I want to say by the end of my sophomore year, they were on there. So I was like, all right, then that's what we doing.
It was like,
Facebook.
if you got your accreditation, we'll at least let you get some students on this bitch. Maybe the dean's list.
Were y'all ever, when you got to Facebook, did you ever find yourselves like being on there for like hours at a time?
Fucking rabbit hole.
Like
Oh, hell yeah.
your day just being like fucking gone.
Yeah.
No class, missed it all, bro.
Well,
I'm
I
sitting
didn't skip class for
I
it.
am talking about my experience, my body, my choice. I smooth used to just be sitting there just scrolling, and next thing I was like, oh shit, it's dark.
Yes.
I missed my 8 a.m. class, fucking around with
my
Facebook.
God. No, none of that. But
Yeah.
yes.
But
going
just
down
being
the
on there
rabbit
for an
hole.
hour and they fucking fucked around and put comments on there. And then you see people fighting in the comments. And
This is before you could like stuff
before you could like it,
or like react to and all that stuff.
you were just a simple observer trying to be like, this make no damn sense. Let's see if she commented back.
This is before messages. This is before messages, and people just have all kinds of shit on their wall.
Oh, the walls. Oh my gosh.
Not just birthday shout outs. People like, so you just couldn't call me back? It's like, yo, text me that.
right.
Why you
Oh.
putting it on my Facebook wall?
Then,
Exactly.
Then they fucked around and started letting people know when you were logged in.
That-
And it's
that
just
green
like
shit.
that green shit. Esquire is currently logged in from such and such or whatever. But
That's we've come a long way from all of those moments with social media. Good times. I hate that we got away from the good times, but now it's a whole shit show, a whole lot of other things. That's what we're going to dive into on this podcast today. We're going to get the heavy stuff out of the way. A big way that social media is used as a political tool. Of course, we know that our head dickhead in charge uses social media quite often to his advantage or to his what do you call it? Demise? Detriment. Also, it is being used for all types of political things nowadays. The Twitters, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the whatever else is out there. All those different those platforms that you see, people can get on there and make whatever party ideals they have known. And that's where people get their news from. So that's a good way to get it done, honestly.
well, speaking of political, I think we have to credit your boy, the orange dude, for using social media on steroids. Like normally you see these politicians, it's like general, happy Martin Luther King's birthday.
Make
get
sure
out
you
there,
vote.
volunteer.
Yeah.
I have never seen anybody get in there and air their grievances out on Twitter like your president. The minute I saw him beefing with Arnold Schwarzenegger for The Apprentice, I knew the game had changed. So, but yeah, these politicians or that politician is definitely using what he feels like he reaches out. I think he has like 69 million followers or something like that on his Twitter. So it's an easy way for him to reach out there and continue to spread fake news and lies.
Well, and also, like, we're in a presidential race, and I'm trying to remember if Remember when Diddy's vote or die thing was going on? That was, I think I was a freshman then, and social media, it wasn't a social media thing then, it was more just like on TV and all that kind of stuff. But then 4 years later, when Obama was out there, social media was kind of getting more traction, Twitter, Facebook stuff going on. And then 4 years after that, of course, like as we continue to go, and like right now, all of those people have a social media, you know, Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, Andrew Yang, they're all out there. If someone's running their social media, they're on their social media.
Yeah.
And you can just see every little thing they have going on. So it's like there's no reason to miss out. There's no reason for you to be misinformed during this election coming up. Well, you could be misinformed, but you won't be able to miss information because it's out there on the platforms that we're using.
It's easy to avoid it, though, at this point.
Yes.
I thoroughly hate my timelines being flooded with politics. Politics isn't my biggest thing of enjoyment. I figured out what I got to figure out to make whatever decisions I need to make, but it's not something I want to just wake up in the morning and say, oh, I woke up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Next thing you know, I'm looking at some other shit. I don't care yet. I don't want to adult just yet.
I got you.
Cool. Any more thoughts on that for you, on your side?
I guess there's one final thing. I think, like I said before, just like we were talking about with that Diddy and Obama era, I think it was used in a way where it was just enough to get into our lives. But the way social media has evolved now with all these politics, even stuff that isn't supposed to be political, always manages to find a way into no matter what. So I can see it as a strong political tool.
Definitely.
And there are algorithms that are behind the scenes to kind of put whatever to figure out what you're into and put different things at the front of your feed. So
and we didn't have that back in the day. We didn't have that.
It was real basic. It was like, oh hey, you would see the same person's post 17 times because no one else had posted anything.
Right.
And it's like, okay, I keep seeing this. No, I said shit. But now it's like you can barely find the things that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Because there's so much stuff being flooded. We didn't even talk about ads, but that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a business function. Yes.
Oh, good segue. Look at you.
Thank you. Look at that.
Thank you so much, Najee.
So yes, people have figured out now how to promote themselves using social media, and you got to have it. One of the things, one of the people that I work with at my job, one of the things he wants to do is try to figure out why my company does not have a social media presence as heightened as others. He said, I was like, our social media presence is trash. Our Facebook page is trash. And I was like, I never thought of it. And I went and looked and I was like, no, this is not good at all. And he was talking about all the ideas that he had, and he didn't understand why we didn't have anyone on that, or what the team that's supposed to be handling that was doing. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
So make sure you write down his ideas and bring them back for us.
But people are now using social media because, again, that's where people are going. That's where people spend their day. We have put Najee in charge of our social media because we can count on him to be on social media.
Instead of Lancelot.
Instead of Lancelot.
Well, the pressure's on now, guys. I was going to hide behind the Lancelot live for a lot longer. Well, he's gone now, so shit.
He went on a sabbatical.
His Thanksgiving break actually extends out to next February. I don't know what they do for Thanksgiving, but I think they actually catch and kill their food.
They grow, then catch and kill.
It's like the first Thanksgiving, so it's just like that real terrible first Thanksgiving. It's like that. So he's all the way back there in those times. He's a pilgrim.
But you're right, as far as like with it being a business function for social media, it's a lot of money to be made out there. I didn't realize how much money that people were making off these social media, all those likes or all the stuff when they put like ads. You know, I just tried, flat tummy tea for the first time, and it's like dropped me 30 pounds. I didn't realize like these people are getting paid this kind of money for social media. So it's a cool little function, I guess.
Well, and two, people have a lot of businesses who can afford it, or even entrepreneurs who can afford it, have someone who will handle their social media to the point where they know the algorithms, they know when it should drop, and they will put the things out there when they should be out there because they know people are watching and listening and clicking at that point in time. So it's knowing the algorithms is a business in itself because you know when to put your stuff out, and like that's how you get the likes. That's how you get people to see it. Otherwise, you just post whenever and it gets lost, like Najee said, amongst all the must and trash that's out there.
So Najee, would that be kind of like in the analytics world when they look at a whole bunch of data and can just tell you the frequencies? Oh, it's peak hours at
You
3
look
o'clock.
at, you look at like probably like heat signatures or something like that. Whereas the most concentrated to say there are more people who are on during these times, so you want to put X, Y, and Z things up there. So if you work with if a business has access to those kind of like metrics or whatever, it's very, very easy for them to know when to do what.
So would they have an analytics person and an actuary person that does that? Or are those two different?
Actuary is going to be more on the insurance side of the world.
Ooh, just kidding.
Just kidding.
Numbers, but
Right, just two different things.
yeah, but they overlap in certain ways, but only in terms of like general uses of certain tools, but not really like too much. Not to get too deep into this shit, because I know y'all niggas don't care.
I
Not
always-
y'all niggas.
Oh, okay.
The
Point
pod
is-
niggas.
word.
The point is, it's a business function, and there is a science behind it in order for your business to thrive. And people are making it a business of their own to do that for other people. And I'm like, if I can figure it out, I'll do it. If y'all pay me.
If I see you in there looking at a fucking
Was
chart
it,
and graph.
Kim Kardashian has her social media person makes like 50 to 70K just to do her social media. Like, that's her job. That's what she's supposed to be doing all day long. Post, print, whatever, halt it for here. Oh, somebody saw her over here. We're not going to post it yet. We'll wait, and then we'll post it.
That seems like she's dangerously underpaid for.
For how much money that she's probably
right.
generating off
I
of
don't know.
social media.
That number could very well be wrong.
Okay, and she's living in California, so she's still staying with her parents.
No,
And
she's staying in
running
a Section 8 unit if she's making $50K in California.
It's,
in Calabasas?
And Calabasas,
I wanted to
right?
give it a minimal number, but it could be higher. But that person does make a lot of money, because I read that in, was that Entertainment Magazine once. So
I can believe it because Will Smith has his own videographer that follows him around. At first, I was thinking, I was like, what phone does Will have? Like that
It's even in his hands.
That can't be the iPhone X, but. At a couple of shots, they were showing Buddy with his camera, and he was shotting him out a
Yes.
couple of times. He has like a team behind him that does
A whole
this.
production team that
that's
walks
how you
behind
do
him.
social media. Will Smith has come to social media, and he is showing us how it should be done.
Right.
Apparently,
And it seemed like it was like a baby steps. It was like, oh, look at Will doing selfies. Will. And now he's got all these graphics and shit. You're like, the
jumping off buildings.
fuck? Is that a drone, nigga? Like, the fuck?
Is he at the NASA? At the space station
Like, what the fuck is Will doing?
on Mars?
And then
What
he'll,
is he
and then
doing
he'll
over
jump
there?
out of the National Space Station and end up on like the fucking bridge in London or some shit
Right.
like that. It's like, how did
Time jump?
you do that?
How?
He is taking social media by storm. I feel like he's influenced some of the other celebrities to try and keep up with that. But that, that Smith money is real long.
Right. That money to do what you want to do. Got nothing but time. That's why Jada's out there acting like that, because they have nothing to do with their time.
Right.
Their kids is grown damn near.
Yes, they got nothing better to do.
They out here basically just living their bucket list.
Yes.
I've always
That's what he says, right?
Yes. That's
Did he
yes.
say he's on the bucket list?
Yeah, like he'll do different things. He'll be like from his bucket list or something like that.
I remember he did it for his birthday. He did like his Will's 50th birthday bucket list. But you're right. That might be everything that he's doing now. Might be a continuation of the bucket list that we don't even know about.
True that.
That's different kind of money.
Yeah.
I think what's interesting with all of that, it's kind of ties to the others there. Social media as a news outlet. Some people, that is how they get their news. They don't actually turn on ABC, CBS, whatever. They will legit, if it's on Instagram and they said it's a news alert, then it's a news alert.
Then it's a news
So
alert.
I will give a shameless confession here. I am partially that person. Now, I say partially because if I see it on social media, that is what alerts me to go research whether it's real or not, because I don't watch the news. The news is depressing as shit. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm tired of adulting, and so I avoid it at all costs. So I don't turn on the news. When I walk into my mom's house, she's watching the news. I throw a fit. But I just say, Mom, can we watch this later? You're recording it anyway, so why? I don't like the news. But I will get my Facebook news and then double check it through, credible sources.
I'll say this, Najee. Generally, I was right there with you that the news is a depressing place, but this season of The Apprentice that's going on at the White House, It's like you can be angry with Donald Trump, but he is giving a fucking show with some of this shit.
He really is.
Like some of
Bless
this
him.
shit is just it's like I cannot believe anybody is saying this. Like he's got jokes. I saw somewhere where they were saying that it's a large majority of people that get their news from like Facebook and stuff. You have to be really careful with that kind of stuff because a lot of that, like you said, Najee, it can be fake or it's easy for somebody to just type up something real fast, throw it up there, and people are taking it as gospel and going from there. And I think that also contributed to what they were saying. Just going back to the elections just a little bit, they were saying with the whole Russians and them flooding Facebook with all these different fake news articles or fake pictures, and people were like, "Well, I guess it's true because it's on Facebook."
And that's scary though because because you know that everyone is watching and listening, so you can start just about anything, any type of thing you want to start if you have the right algorithm and the right voice.
The news has been doing the same thing for years.
Well, yeah,
But that's
now,
more. I mean, it may be some fact in the news, but if for instance, Fox has a very interesting agenda versus other places, and what kind of things that they put out there are the things that people are kind of taking as fact. So whenever like the Trump campaign or whatever was saying all kinds of stuff, and Fox News was basically like jumping behind it, like this is grand. People were literally saying, okay, well, the news that I use on a regular basis, I'm not going by the internet, I'm going by what my weatherman said about Trump, and I believe it because they're not going to lie to me. And it's like, well, they may not lie to you, but they want to spin the truth however they want to spend it to get their ratings or whatever. It's like, what news is actually 100% real?
I think the only difference between Fox or whatever news outlet in Facebook, number one, Fox is a large entity, and if something comes out that's not true or demonstrably false, there's a way to check that. There's a way to. But if you have 100 million people and everybody is putting their own version of what's called the news out, there is no way to regulate that. And I remember they were talking with, and a lot of those news outlets have like editors and everything else. It goes through channels before it comes out. Yeah. And I remember they were talking about with Mark Zuckerberg, they were saying, well, you're allowing all this stuff to come out as news. And he was saying, we're not a news outlet. We're just, there's a place where people come and share ideas. And it's like, but they're giving news, and you don't have anybody there that's able to filter through that information to determine what's more true than others. So that, I think that right there is probably the main difference.
I'm not trying to say that the news and Facebook are the same thing. Right. But my only point is that the news, if they want to push an agenda, they know how to formulate their words or whatever kind of narratives that they put out. Back in the day when they used to show the war and they were trying to basically turn people's attention from something different, that's more so what I'm going at. I 100% agree that they actually have channels they have to go through before they can report something, versus Facebook is just your great uncle taking that one selfie and has this whole political agenda underneath it. That's not news.
Yeah. And
what's news is your great uncle is still crazy.
Right. And he's working the selfie camera.
But as long as he fry that turkey.
Okay. I don't like what he's talking about, but that motherfucker can cook, can't he?
Well, that's so I want to say, who died when Whitney Houston died?
February 11th.
I saw it on Facebook the morning after, but the first thing I did was turn on the TV. I turned the TV to CNN to see. So that, I guess that's kind of like, I was like, what? No, because you hear things all the time about people doing this and doing that. I was like,
we were at
let
McDonald's.
Me see something else.
Yes, we were right at McDonald's.
So I went right on there to see what they was talking about, and sure as shit, they just had it on all the channels. I'm like, oh God, okay, got you.
Shout out to Whitney. We love you, Robin.
Yeah, shout out Whitney and Robin. What about likes, thumbs up, validation? Social media is now the way that some people feel that it doesn't matter unless someone liked it or gave it a reaction out there in the world.
Well, those are going away now.
Ooh, yeah.
Shout out to Instagram, but you're right. Unless you get like 1 million likes on there, I guess your post ain't popping enough for it.
Now, is it going to be? You're going to be able to see them if you go in and check, but everyone else cannot.
I believe so.
You can see your own. Otherwise, it's just going to say Coley and Najee and others like the picture.
It doesn't bother. I don't think it bothers me. I never really. And I'm always surprised when I get over a certain amount, but I don't really I don't know.
I find it funny what pictures get the most likes versus because I'm like a regular nigga. Like I'm not like an influencer or like an Instagram model. I ain't got abs, so it's not like I'm out here posting like thirst traps and shit. But it's like I post this one picture, and you get like 7, 8 likes. You post this one other picture, and he's like, "Why the fuck did this get 75 likes in the first like 45 minutes?" And it's like I could post them at the same time. It don't make a difference, but it's just like what people find to be interesting enough to like double tap. And I think for me, I double tap out of habit now. I find myself like double tapping ads. I'm like, oh shit, no, unlike. But they got me by that point.
It's and I think what Instagram is trying to take away these likes for because they feel like people are trying to be validated with these like you don't give a damn, Najee. If you put it up there, you post it because you want to.
Yeah.
Somebody else is legitimately up there. How many times have y'all been with friends and they posted a picture and they'll just keep going back to the picture to see how many likes are on there? It's like
not checking their notifications.
You're
let them know
driving,
they
number
got
one.
Exactly.
So you need to not be
drunk.
doing. And you're drunk. Like I'm all for them snatching those likes out. I have been a proponent of them moving social media back to how it was before when it was supposed to be just a happy place where you just post your picture up, people maybe comment on it, and you go about your business. It seems like it's too much and people are being too invested in putting these likes. It's hard to get likes.
But I guarantee they'll find a way around that.
Yeah.
Like there'll be a new age way of how you're going to be able to like my stuff if you don't have the option to like it anymore, or if it doesn't show me the likes. Because the same way before, because when Instagram first came around, no one cared about liking. It was just like, because there was a lot of times when you didn't like people's stuff, you saw it, you never liked it. Even if you liked the picture, like personally, you may not have like clicked the like button. And then when they added the double tap feature, that's when it got better. And then it kind of kept going from there. But
I guess so. It matters to people that if you log on and see that a picture has 1,700 likes, and you can see that. So if you log on to Instagram and you see that I have a picture with 1,000 likes, that because they're taking that part away. Because I will still see that I have those 1,000 likes. You don't see it.
Yeah.
So I guess so they're trying to keep other people's like that. I guess other people validate it even more by seeing it, so they like it. Because if I see a picture, I'm gonna like it regardless.
It's going to hurt influencers a lot more because you now don't have the push and the pull or the leverage that you once did to show everybody what was like, how many people liked your stuff and who liked it. Because that's another thing is like it becomes like leverage if you think about this particular celebrity is being followed by this particular celebrity, and that's like, I really need to follow them because they follow them. It's like, or they like this picture, so I can like it too. So it kind of takes away the ability to use that as like a bargaining tool or like currency, if you will. Because think about like the Fire Festival when that whole thing happened, and they were talking about how everyone just posted that orange square or whatever, but they had so many people who were liking it and everyone could see who was liking it that everyone's like, oh, well, this must be a cool thing to do because this person, and this person liked it. So I'm about to go spend $10,000 to be at a fucking refugee camp for a couple of days.
In a hurricane tent.
Yeah.
And when you explain it like that, I think that's even more reason for them then they probably need to take those likes out.
And people are killing themselves over likes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I get what the influencers are trying to say, but number one, you're going to have access to that information because you can see it yourself. And if you have your business page, you can see the traffic and everything like that. And you can use that for your ads and all kinds of stuff. Hey, people still come, people still look. But I don't know, we just got to do better with us as a people in our mental states and how we interact. Like what you said, Najee, the news is a depressing place. I look at social media like that sometimes. Like I don't even go on fucking Facebook too much. Like I have it just so I can keep up with old people, but I don't.
Literally old people.
Literally, right, old people.
Yeah.
And that's it. So I'm all for them taking them goddamn likes. It doesn't matter to me.
I guess one thing I don't really get that people seem to, the weight that's actually put on those likes it's surprising because coming from the beginning of the era where none of this existed, like we come from that, we're in that weird space where we were like pre-technology / into technology, so we kind of seen both sides. But I remember how important now a version of likes when you were younger. Someone come to your house actually want to come out and play. Like that was like getting a like. If you think about it, because someone wanted to come hang out with you and it was cool, y'all were friends, but you probably talked to that nigga like y'all went to school together or like y'all had some kind of communication. These likes now have replaced social skills.
Yes.
They've replaced communicating. Like if people aren't trolling people in the comments, it's like they don't talk to other human beings. So I'm off my soapbox.
Well, speaking of the soapbox, Najee, you got it, bro. If I ain't know no better, I say you had a script over there. Speaking of the soapbox, I remember when people used to just get on, when they still do it now, but when Facebook started, like you said, doing those statuses and those comments, people just get up there and just air out everything they got going on.
Najee is feeling so depressed right now that I don't know what to do with myself, and I just really wish that we could take time back.
That was it. Those were the good times. For not for other people, but for me to watch.
Well, I remember seeing on one some girl, she said whatever her name is feeling, or actually my homegirl showed me this because I wasn't following her. Such is feeling upset and betrayed, and so what she began to do was she began to post pictures of her nigga that was cheating on her, and posting all these pictures of him like naked. Some different pictures where like he was just like had his penis hanging out and all this kind of stuff. Like basically revenge porn the hell out of him on fucking social media.
That's not good, bro.
That isn't good, but I figure that's part of her soapbox. She had to get that off her chest.
She did.
I don't.
Those were, I never understood that. Because that went. Remember, you used to have your little AIM messages, your away message, like that was that kind of thing. Like it's that on steroids now. Because now you can just do it all the time, whether you're away, whether you're there, and it can just change. And I've never understood the people that feel the need to like bear it all on Facebook like that. Like my mom, there's a family member that I have that does that. My mom will ask me every now and then, "Hey, do you think she's okay?" And I'm like, I have no idea, and I don't know why she does that.
I don't talk to that bitch. Respectfully.
I don't understand, and because to me, some of it doesn't necessarily. I don't know if it. Can it really be a cry for help for some people? Maybe. I think we've seen that happen also. So it's kind of hard to say whether it is or isn't. But like, why are you bearing your soul on here? Using it as a diary, using it as a place to just put it out there, and then maybe someone's saying something, maybe they're not. Like,
it might be a cry for help, and people might not just give a damn. I remember I looked on somebody's page, and they were like, it's my birthday today. I'm not feeling it. This is like the worst day out of the year. Like just going on this whole thing, and somebody got in her comments was like, "Happy birthday, girl," and liked her fucking comment and kept it moving. And it was just like, okay.
They don't read nothing.
They don't see shit. They just saw it was my birthday today. It was like, oh shit, I fucking forgot. Happy birthday, girl.
My big dog.
So I don't know, them soapboxes, they can be hit or miss. Sometimes you can look at people and be like, you know what? Just take it off. Like, you don't have to fucking do that here.
So I hate it when people used to do that, but I've gotten a couple of Facebook memories that popped up, and I was like, ooh.
Of you bearing it up?
It was never as blatant as I saw other people doing it, but it apparently was my version of it.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at it, I was like, damn, my nigga, like you really said that shit and clearly it's still here.
Yes.
This is like 12 years ago, and it's like, you remember when you said, I'm like, oh, I remember that day was dark.
Right.
And here, or you writing poetry on Facebook and just posting it. It was bad, bro.
Mine was typically like song lyrics. If I would
Of
do
course.
that if I was in a mood of some sort.
Just think of me as the pages in your diary.
Either that or some sort of hardcore rap, some shit. Like when my Facebook memories pop up, I can usually tell what kind of mood I was in because it'll be like some ridiculous rap lyric. I'm like, wow. Wow.
See, I would do song lyrics, but I never really bared my soul in explicit way or non-explicit way, whatever. I normally try to keep it positive on Facebook and Instagram when I was, doing all that kind of stuff, because I realized early on that kind of wasn't real life. Like people were just putting whatever the hell they wanted to put up there. And now, don't get me wrong, when I first got started, you make those mistakes where you like a comment and you saying shit. You just But after being on it for so long, you just like, maybe I don't need to be doing all this
So
stuff.
I got to that point where it was like I don't even need to say shit on here. Like I literally am on here for entertainment purposes because this is like a reality TV. But because a lot of people live through social media.
Yes.
And it's the most annoying shit ever to watch someone live their life through social media. And it's like, you do realize that your life is nothing like you're trying to portray on here. And not that you're trying to like judge anybody or call them out, but it's like that shit's wild. And it happens so frequently.
Or like the people who have like, they're using social media as like their like personal, I don't know, like their therapy session,
Their soapbox.
you tell me about my day. Like, I don't give a damn. Like, I scroll through Facebook probably... I go to Facebook at least once a day because I like to see the on this day that Facebook gives me to see what I was doing on this day other times. But other than that, I get off of Facebook.
I don't even know how to get to that.
It pops up. It usually has a notification. That's the only reason I see it. I hit my notification thing, and it's one of the things that's listed there. And it's always entertaining for me to see it. But then, like, as I'm scrolling, I'm like... What are these people doing? They talk about the same stuff. And there's a motherfucker on my Facebook right now
Damn.
that I have not unfriended, mostly because I'm just like waiting for him to like really, really piss me off. I'm only slightly pissed off by what he says. So like I'm just waiting for him to like really go there. It's coming. I know it is.
What does he say?
Well, he's had as of late he has some interesting political views that I never knew he had.
Oh, okay.
And I'm disgusted, and it's been interesting to listen to. But you know,
So technically, are you Facebook beefing with him, or
I'm mentally beefing with him.
you're mentally beefing with
I'm
him?
not doing anything on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what about? I think we kind of talked about people using it as their therapy session. People to talk about their relationships, and you know, if you didn't say you're engaged on Facebook, then you're really not engaged. Oh, they just changed their Facebook status. Is that even really still a thing
relationship
anymore?
now? People still do it, but I don't think it's nearly as important. Well, also we're a lot older than your average Facebook user.
Yeah.
So, no, take that back.
Because the older people are.
It
we
doesn't matter
are
at this
no
point.
longer the younger people on Facebook.
Okay.
Right.
So probably a better way to put it. So to me, it doesn't really matter. Like when I see people who get in relationships and they don't go in there and change it from single to in a relationship with, and then tag the person. Like I don't think nothing of it. Now back in the day, that's how you knew that shit was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, they put it on Facebook. Oh, they dating.
Well, you know it's real now on Instagram where you can archive the pictures, and so you'll be like, I wonder if her and her dude still
And you
falling
go,
out.
ain't not near
Ain't not
one
that picture.
picture.
All gone.
Bro, I just went on somebody's page the other day out of pure boredom. And I started scrolling. I was like,
Wait a minute.
I don't see no trace of girl.
Oh.
Ain't a wedding picture. Oh, shit. Nothing is here.
But if she pop back up, those pictures will magically reappear from the
All of them.
archives.
It's like, you mean to tell me that you just took them all down? What was her birthday? You ain't wanted to know that you was following her? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Nah, that's called things have changed. But social media is a life changer. One of the things I wanted to point out was that it has the ability to ruin or make it better. Like you see somebody on social media doing something good or bad, and it has potential to either increase, your relationship or even a profession to that matter. At one point, companies were viewing social media to see what kind of life you were living out there, and they might still do it for all we know.
They do. They have whole
To
teams.
see what you're doing out there on social media.
If your page is open,
Correct.
why not?
And I think that I always found that interesting. And I thought to myself, like, wow, because like I wondered to myself, when I was back there looking for a job, this side of 7-8 years ago, is that why I couldn't find one? Because I was wild about 8 years ago.
Was your page open?
Back then, sure, yeah. But I also wasn't thinking about that. But and by wild, I wasn't like.
I was like, clarify, please.
Well, my picture, like I've always been someone that loves to take pictures, so my life is in pictures. And going out in
Put that on the
Charlotte,
shirt.
going out in different places I would travel and go out, always taking pictures, drinking, doing this, whatever. And never anything sloppy. I'm always posing for a picture. I'm never like, there's no picture of me on the internet like passed out anywhere. It's always something that I purposely did. But at the same time, these people can see and they wonder, but does Nicole party all the time? Is that what the issue is here? We can't hire her. She's going to be out on a Tuesday
She's
night.
always late.
She's always late.
What is it?
Coley's always late.
So I found that interesting. I wrote a paper about that when I was in school, about how businesses can take that and determine that that's who you are, even though I can be out all night, which y'all have seen. We could be out all night. I'll get right up at 6:30 and go right into work. Like, what are we doing today? We're ready. We're good. But that doesn't matter if they can look at it and see it on social media and like, no, we're not this one.
And that's the part I don't understand because, like you said, your page was open for a time. And I can get when social media was first coming around, you know, you got to have it open and you want to put whatever pictures that you want now. But I think there's been too many cases in the news or just in general where you can find, maybe I should not be posting that picture of me snorting cocaine on here while I am interviewing for this other job.
Yes.
Cocaine
At
for
this
breakfast.
rehabilitation center.
Yikes. Yes. Like I don't understand that. I saw a news article where some lady, and even in these jobs, you can't even really go off of what these jobs look for when they see social media. There was one young lady, she was at the beach and she was just in her bikini. And I forgot what job she's working at, but she was pretty high up. Well, they fired her. And then they took her picture that she had and they wrote on there and said, these are not our values that we have at this company. And all this kind of stuff. Don't let one picture have you lose your job or something like that they posted. And she was just in her bikini and she was like at the pool or something like that where they were trying to like shame her. What was that?
Can you sue for that?
Sue for what?
Being terminated because you posted a picture at a pool, like a clothed picture, not anything like.
Well, it depends on what state that you're in, but like North Carolina is an at-will state. They can fire you for any reason, as long as it doesn't have anything to do with your race, gender, religion, like those protected classes. But if they say, you know what, hey, you got to go. We don't like that at all.
So Facebook ain't a protected class, what you telling me?
Facebook is not a protected class. It's not. And, you know, there's arguments to be made that you put that's out there in the public sphere. So it's what it is.
It's open to public opinion, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's cool. And then relationships, you've seen your man out there. And back in the day, if you tagged in photos, I hate being tagged in photos. Like, don't tag me in shit. Like, do not tag me in shit. Like, now I think you have to, it's requested.
Yeah.
If your stuff is private, they have to request that they can be tagged, not decline.
Except on
them all.
Instagram. Except on Instagram, they can tag you.
Yes.
Facebook is a little more.
Facebook you've had to request to be tagged on Facebook for some time now.
I hate being tagged in photos like that, and I will decline all of them. I don't want it.
Najee, have you been tagged in some things you had to
I have
you swiftly denied?
But I've heard of situations where people have been tagged in things.
That request has saved a lot of people's lives.
Yes. Like,
From what
no.
Najee's alluding to, it saved lives. It's like, wow, you really tried it. You really tried it. I told you I wasn't supposed to be out here. You really tried it. You tried to be sneaky. You tried to be petty. And Facebook.
I used
let
to
me
work
know.
with a dude that every time we went out, we brought a camera out, he would duck. He would never let us take a picture with him in it.
Oh,
ever. Because he just wasn't supposed to be out there like that. But he was like sneaking around like, bro, just like have a conversation with your girl. Like, why are you doing this? He's like, nah.
Don't work like that.
Hey, we're not dealing with that. Just don't take my picture.
Just don't take my pictures.
It's real simple. Just don't take my picture.
I was here, but I wasn't.
Oh, God. You see his arm in a lot of pictures. Like, is that like his watch? Like,
Is that his watch?
you see him fleeing the scene.
Wow.
Like a shadow.
Oh God,
Social media.
That is fucking hilarious.
But when those things don't work out, we get into fires. Fires get started on social media. People beef with the people in the comments, the angry people. Like we said, we are now bystanders. We are the people in the balcony watching.
Yes, going through.
It is. I think that's probably. I wish that I had the patience to scroll through a lot of comments. Like some of your shade room post stuff. Sometimes I'm like, I kind of want to see what motherfuckers say about this shit, but I kind of don't have time for that.
Those Facebook beefs. It's funny for a little bit,
Yeah.
but then it's like
First, like 20.
This is getting fucking out of control,
Right.
Because them angry people. I've never seen people behind a keyboard come up with so creative ways to just like try and tear a person down. I don't know.
Twitter fingers turn to trigger fingers. What they say.
And that shit's real, yo. Like, it's so interesting to me how crazy people get online. Like, why are you acting like this
Bro,
online? You go, let me go
wild.
live real quick and tear this bitch down.
See, that's
Right.
that's a whole new level of. At least then you're putting your face out there. What it's
Well,
been for
yeah.
so long is people just behind the keyboard, like you don't know, and it's always the anonymous person that's not like they ain't got no profile picture up. They're just talking pure shit to people, and folks is literally looking for them out in the streets, but they can't find them.
Your avatar is a bird that has been set on fire.
Exactly.
And the picture says help. And you just like, and your name is Fuck 'em Up 22.
and
most-
at Hotmail.
And I have to believe people get on there at this point now with the whole term trolling. They are just saying shit just to say shit. Like, how do
Yes.
you get on somebody's page and they just up there with their daughter and you like, let me just jump in here and just say, fuck you and your kid. Your kid looks slow. Like, and then leave out. Then that spurs other people to jump in and want to be like, oh,
Yes.
fuck you. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yes.
You're a hater.
Bro, I watched one of my cousins was having like a Twitter. He posted something that was real regular. He didn't post anything like obscene or anything like that. But somebody, some old lady was in his comments. And I was like,
Old lady.
bro, she was an old lady. Like I was kind of like when he texted me. He was like, yo, you see this shit? I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, bro, go to my Facebook page. So I go to his Facebook page and I see his post. And at this point, a reaction was available, and I had loved the post because I thought it was a really good post. It was heartfelt. My nigga was expressing himself, and this old lady was in his comments on fire.
She was on fire.
When I
though.
tell you, I don't know what happened to her dentures, but like them shits, her polygrip was not working. She
Oh,
was
no.
upset.
Oh, shit.
And she was just going slam off, and so he responds, and he's just like, I don't really know where this is coming from, and then she keeps going, and so at this point, now all of the cousins, because there's like 1 billion of us, have decided that we're going to start just like tagging in, but like without like doing too much. It was the funnest. It was the most fun I've had on Facebook in a very, very long time.
Have y'all ever been those trolls?
No, I don't talk in comments. That's not my thing ever.
If I don't know you, I don't say anything in the comments.
Well, Coley has just told a lie. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to
Dun,
tell you
dun,
why,
dun,
because we
dun.
were part of a trolling experiment. So there was a season of The Voice where Alicia Keys was was on there, and
She remembers her lie.
She remembers it now. Alicia Keys had just put out that terrible ass album before. I forgot what it was. Which one was it? It was like her, the natural makeup,
It's
whatever.
called, what is it?
I don't know.
Here.
Or whatever it
That
was.
was the name of the album.
So we had what post was it that you had commented on, and you had said something along the lines of Alicia Keys needs to be worried about putting out a good album or something
Were
like
we
that. I'm
on-
disappointed.
Where were we at doing that?
It
What
was like either
platform?
Facebook or Instagram.
I would have to go back and look because I wish that I could tell the story because I remember that now.
Yes.
but I don't remember what was said and why we were doing that.
Either way it goes,
Because someone responded to
somebody
me.
responded to you.
It was Facebook.
We
'cause
Coley had
somebody
one on there and
responded to me.
slandered the hell out of Alicia Keys' name. I mean, we knew it was true, but it's one of Alicia Keys' like
Stands.
what is her? What was like? They got the Beehive. Is she like a keyboard or a
88
key?
keys.
Key.
Whoever was riding for her came for me, and it was like, oh shit, okay. Why not?
The octaves came for you.
This
Yeah.
is what it, the octaves.
That was interesting, and I really wish I could remember that. I think it was Facebook. If I find it, we'll bring it back the next time. But that was
terrible.
funny, being a troll briefly. What is it? But people take it so far. Like you've got like your Beehive, you've got the like Nicki Minaj's people, the Bardis. You've got and they go at it with each other. Like it's like, why are you guys don't know each other? Nicki, Cardi, Beyonce, they don't know you. They don't care, and they just be letting them do it. Like and those people know exactly what to say to light their comments up.
Lizzo be turning folk on people, don't she? Then she like somebody took her food or some shit like that, and she was like, "Get them."
And then she later on apologized that she was wrong. That person tried to sue them.
Bro,
Sue
what
her
are
now.
her fans called? The sumo.
The Sumos? What? Come on!
I don't know.
What?
I didn't know she had a name for
I
it.
didn't know she had a name either. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. That's terrible.
What?
I hope that's not it.
shout out
But-
to Lizzo.
It's crazy to me that people will go to those links over something that they have nothing to do with. And I'm like, I guess you just have that kind of time in your day, I guess. And And it's
I
just weird
don't.
to me. I don't have, like I said, I will look at those comments, like I kind of want to see what they're talking about, but I'm like, I'm not a part of that. It has nothing to do with me. Next.
You know, and people will stay going to the mat or trying to fight for a celebrity that has never met them.
Correct.
I'm like, is this the hill you want to die on? This
Right.
is the one. This is
Bro,
what you want to
this
be
is the one
remembered
right
for.
here.
This is what you want to spend all your day doing. Like when people have a Beyonce issue and all the bees come out, it's like, really, guys, how many bees do? Okay.
So you
all
just
right.
you just going around looking for comments to see
Yes.
who's going to slander Beyonce.
Didn't they
so you
think
can
that
flood
some
them.
girl did something? They thought they figured out who the girl Jay-Z was quote unquote cheating with, and they like attacked her.
Right.
Oh, don't let none of those people find out anything when it comes to Beyonce. They are ready. If they are watching the hashtag Beyonce at all times,
Yeah.
ready to fight.
I think I said this before, or we were talking about it offline. Keke Palmer said that she believes that for all the people that's like in the comments and all that kind of stuff, who have social security numbers, she said that you need to have your social security number tied to your
Your comment?
to your comments.
Oh, no.
And she said that if you get in somebody's comments and you say something real crazy, it should affect your credit. And to be honest, I'm not opposed to finding some way to identify somebody on fucking social media, because that will cut down a lot of that jibber jabber that you see.
Because they
on
don't
there.
mean nothing. But they don't have any way to back up what they saying. Like it's equivalent to like those back in the day when people would be in the chat rooms and there'd be that guy in his mom's basement. And you know he's just typing in these chat rooms. And it's like you don't ever come out and see light of day. It's the same shit that happens nowadays on Instagram, Twitter. Bruh, Twitter shit. Okay, some of the Twitter shit be funny. I don't know if you guys don't go on Twitter that much, but I'm trying to tell you, Twitter be having some grade A comedy. And if you find, I don't even try like search hashtags, but you'll get one good retweet and you will be in the fucking rabbit hole for like an hour just scrolling through all the different shits. And the people who reacting with these like GIFs and with these videos and shit should be funny as fuck. Like y'all got
That's
you
what I'm
gotta
saying.
look.
Like, sometimes I feel like I can press the button and go down the rabbit, but it gets so much, and it's like, okay, I gotta get out of this.
It's just when it starts feeling malicious that it's like, ooh,
Which goes to a bigger issue. Like that's why it has to stop,
Yeah.
because like these people, some people take it too literally. Like some people don't know that it's, I guess not reality, or it doesn't have to be their reality.
Yeah.
Like this person that you've never seen before, they can't technically affect you, and you have to let that go. And some people don't know when it stops, and that's where we're at with it. That's why the likes have to be taken away. That's why we have to change the way that the algorithms go and how they do all this stuff, because it's killing people.
they might take the hashtag, because I know I used to follow that fucking poor Michelle hashtag for a long time to see what the hell somebody would say. As I'm not a fan of bullying, but
I've never
that
heard
shit
this
is-
before.
There was literally
The worst.
a hashtag that says poor Michelle that talks about Michelle Williams from Destiny's
Are you
Child.
serious?
Because I love her.
So they would always put up like a picture. They find these terrible ass pictures of her. Like they'll have all three of them standing up, and Beyonce and Kelly will be holding the mic, and Michelle won't. They say, "Poor Michelle. This is the time Michelle didn't have a microphone to sing," or like Michelle will be falling or something like that. Everybody will stand tall. Like that one time when Michelle lost her balance, and Beyonce and Kelly didn't give a damn.
Oh, I didn't know that was a hashtag. Now I do remember that episode on BET when they did that performance and she kept falling.
And
They
they
looked
stepped
back and
over.
kept going. That
It's
shit was
literally
priceless.
they'll
Poor
take
Michelle.
any picture, no matter what she's doing. Like say everybody's eating and she's just sitting there like talking to somebody. That one time Michelle forgot her lunch, some shit. It was real bad on Tumblr. It was real bad on Tumblr.
Tumblr was a good one too, because like, and they've kind of restructured how they do their shit.
Call it
No more
restriction.
porn.
Yes, because
called
Tumblr got
censoring.
out of control. Yes.
No more porn. They took your God-given right to look at porn, Cody. Your
Mine or
God-given right.
yours? Mr. I was looking on
Your
the household.
God-given right.
Tumblr was like bukkake. It was like never ending.
It was never ending.
It's unfortunate.
They got the fuck up out of there now.
Now you move on to Twitter.
But yeah, I think that's probably the most interesting part of social media at this point, is watching all of that and just how people Sunday service, like, the things we've been talking about recently, Sunday service, all the things we've been giving weight to on this season even have been social media topics. They've been things that have just been out there. So it has the ability to just change so much. So like with it being a culture shaper or changing how things are looked at, whether it be for good or for bad, it can happen. depending on who's in charge of it, who's at the forefront, I guess.
I think we get a lot more bad shaping of culture on the social media. I don't know. Like I know we did an episode on the N word, and you know we say it freely. Who can say it? Whatever, yada yada. I cringe every time I see people of non-minority descent retweeting memes that have like nigga in it, and I just like I'm just like. You know, I can only be so mad because clearly this was made by somebody that we don't know.
Yeah.
But you're retweeting it. That's what you do for social media. But it like, that doesn't really help the culture a whole lot. Seeing that kind of shit.
Yeah, there's no like FUBU moments on fucking on social media. Like, no, it's all Popeye's chicken moments.
And we perpetuate things on social media using whatever hashtag. But I don't hashtag black people. I don't hashtag niggas. Whatever the hashtags are.
Hashtag niggas.
I've recently started following Embracing Black Culture on Instagram, and it's actually kind of funny. They have some solid stuff. I haven't seen anything too negative about black people yet, but stuff like that. I think they also might be giving more positive things that we do that are funny, but there are plenty of things out there that we should not perpetuate. Fights, World Star.
Oh God, yeah.
Just
I can't even really watch a fight video anymore. That
It's painful.
it's too much. Especially as soon as I see a grimy video pop up on my feed, and they're like, "I can't believe this happened," and I see like two people in front of each other, I'm like, "They about to fight." Let me go
anytime you see
and slide out of that.
Anytime a video from Android gets posted, you know it's about to be a fight.
Wait a minute.
Because no one from
Hell
iPhones
yeah.
apparently records fights because all the fights are grainy.
hell yeah. That's true.
Like I said, social media does not promote pretty much a lot of good culture. And Najee just made that fucking remark because he saw that on social media with the fucking Android. You get your fake news, sir, from Donald Trump, sir.
Oh, fake news.
Fake news.
I just lost my train of thought, just like that.
Don't lose it. Stay with it.
I'd help.
Tyrese versus The Rock. Crying into your phone
Tyrese lost his
for a
shit
check.
at two different points in time on social media. He was going through his mental breakdown, and then he was yelling at Dwayne Johnson
For not picking up the phone.
for breaking up the
About-
Fast Family.
And he got to feed his kid. Remember? He did say that. I got a family to feed.
That's your only stream of income, bro.
Like, you've been around for a little while, sir.
Again, that ties
Baby
back
boy
to
still
the,
plays.
to the diary in the soapbox. Like, he spent several days on that bender, and The Rock was so unbothered.
He kept it moving. He was
Yes,
like,
like-
fuck, I'm hanging out with Kevin Hart. fuck you. I think that's the guy that did the Coca-Cola commercial. What the fuck is Coke?
Sweet lady. Yeah, no.
We're doing Jumanji, okay?
We're doing Jumanji right
For
now.
the second time. And we're still not putting out fast enough.
And then when
Hobbs and Shaw.
Shaw bust out, that's when Tyrese tried to jump up and say something about, because I guess their opening whatever was like a little bit lower, but it still went on to make a lot of money.
Yes.
I don't know.
The fast movies needed to die.
Well, they're not dead yet. They've got one more in
They got a
them.
little
Are
bit
you
of life
serious?
in
That's the one that Tyrese was upset about is coming in 2020, supposedly. But Hobbs and
He's
Shaw
gonna be
happen
in
in the
it?
middle of them. There's still one left. I'm sorry, I think
them.
so.
He's going to be in that
Yeah.
one. Oh, okay.
So
Agreed.
They're just kind of waiting for whatever everybody else their contracts that they had going on. That's why he was crying on the internet.
Even Rizzo's tired of the fast movies.
Well, I think we all are tired of the fast movies. But is there any good that social media can give us? You know, like it's got to be.
Social media has definitely shown me a lot more small businesses that I wasn't able to find on my own, and so it was. I just got bullied. It's definitely been a way to link different small businesses, because I know a lot of things that they may not have the money for advertising, they may not have the money for pub, but they can put out their Facebook link or do like a Facebook page, and then you can like the page and you can kind of like start to spread the word that way for people who are trying to like build their brands and whatnot. So that to me has been some good use of social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever.
I like when I don't follow a whole lot of the fitness pages, but I liked the inspiration of people who have a fitness journey and them being able to document that on social media, just so it's real, but it's also a way to just show people that you can be encouraged and all that kind of stuff. People who get on there that cook and all that kind of stuff. I think that is a very good way for social media. I don't want you posting your food on Facebook, but I do want to see how you make it. So there's a big difference.
Speaking of, please don't y'all post your food on Facebook, okay? We are all eating on Thursday, all of us eating well. Please don't post your food.
And
it's gonna
if
be
you
up there.
do, if it's that same plastic paper plate with the ridges, all white, and you've got the Velveeta mac and cheese from the box, the canned corn, and that one piece of barbecue chicken, please stop showing these. I'm tired of
Not
seeing
that
this
one
shit.
piece of barbecue
If
chicken.
you're going to host a plate, your plate need to be loaded down, like weighted, the table about to drop out from under your plate.
And let it look nice at least. Give me some presentation.
Not
You know?
presentation.
Put some greenery in there.
Exactly. Give a little kale.
We've all seen Chop. Your presentation matters.
It does. I'm sick and tired of seeing y'all little corn with no pepper. Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. I also think all the good positive stuff that we see out on social media now too, people, whatever good hashtags are out there, whatever organizations are being started up, that's how they're getting their clout, I guess. They're using social media as a way to move up and be great, and I think that's really cool, showing all those positive influences, because the news, of course, is going to show bullshit, but if you can get behind a hashtag, whether it's, Black Lives Matter, or, Black Dads, or it doesn't have to be black anything too. It could be anything that's great, not just black stuff. But
Mad mothers against drunk driving.
Sure,
Hate.
But I think that those things coming out of the woodwork a little more nowadays, I think those are really cool, despite Judge Joe Brown's efforts to stop feminism. I think those are the things that are good about social media. The way that we can push, get behind a movement and bring it out of grassroots into the open, to the forefront. I think that that's cool. And travel and all the cool places you can see and go and do. Like I travel, I've watched people who travel places. I think that's interesting. Like bloggers, I'm finding my way with the internet to figure out what I like about it. With social media, like what can I do on social media that's not a waste of my time?
One thing I do like about social media that's happening right now, it's just because it's funny, is that I'm going to tell my kids this is such and such challenges.
Yes.
This shit has been priceless.
It's been good.
I saw one where they were showing all these different celebrities, of course, not being the celebrity, but they had that. Who posted it of R. Kelly? I'm telling my kids it's R. Kelly because we are not taking any chances. And it was like an actual picture of R. Kelly. We're not taking any chances out here. It's like, damn.
And that's where it wins sometimes. I'm sorry. Like, wherever that started, that was good. And whoever started the one with the cat and the lady yelling, I don't know why that became a thing either. But sometimes it's a good break from the bullshit, and I appreciate it. I'll scroll through them. I'll let it happen. A break from the nasty that's out there.
When I saw that one and it had that baby laid out on the bed and it said, at every black household, there's a baby in a random room sleep.
Now, can I put my coat in? Oh, the baby sleep. The baby sleep. Oh, okay. Shit, I didn't even know you had a kid.
That's that one, the
I don't.
Embracing Black
The baby's just asleep.
that Instagram page, Embracing Black Culture, they have stuff like that on there.
Okay.
Just like aha, black stuff. That's like, yes, we do that next.
Well, I mean, looking at all those memes and everything, do we think that just lends to a gateway for all these people who have social media to be imaginative, to entertain the masses, or just entertain their friends, or just doing super cool things? Does that fall in that category, or are we looking at something more super and cool with social media?
No, I mean, just finding a bright spot to where it doesn't have to be a troll thing. It doesn't have to be a bully thing. Just finding a use for it, whatever that means for you. A productive use for it, if you can. If the means introduce you to something cool, then great. Good for you, or good for the person that made it. If it makes you be able to put some news out there that's important, but you put it in a funny way, memes are a great way to share information, as long as, it makes sense sometimes.
Well, just piggybacking off of my first point, as far as like imagination, I like the things as far as like with the stories and the filters and everything that you can do to make a picture look great or tell a story how you want to tell a story. Not necessarily a filter on yourself, because that can be deceiving. But just like even how you can add music now to
Mm-hmm.
different stories instead of you trying to play the music while you record the video.
Yes.
I was kind of sort of like, let me go and get that little snippet from Instagram.
I do like that feature.
I think
Yes.
that's really cool. It allows you to kind of like be creative in your own way and how you present your story to other people.
Yes. No, yes. So I agree with that. Yeah, to answer
We
your
are in
question,
agreement.
yes.
We are in agreement.
Well, you weren't clear the first time. To answer your question, yes.
Oh, here we go.
shit.
There we go.
All right.
For those of you who've never seen the two of these go at it, it is a sight to see.
I'm not gonna do this. Coley clearly trolling me right now while she is.
She's still holding on for
while
the
she
last
is sick.
episode.
Exactly, bro. She's
I
waiting
wish
for a
that you
moment.
were on social media enough for me to troll you.
You know what? You're
I
right.
would troll you if you were. I swear.
I was on social media enough. That social media is a ghost town.
I would troll you like hell if you were on social media. And you wouldn't. I mean, actually, you wouldn't even know it was me. I'd have a different name.
She have a
Different
ghost
name,
account.
Different picture. Yes.
I was about to say you probably would make a ghost account and still have your picture on it.
She loves
That's
pictures.
not me.
Her life is in the picture.
Her life is in pictures. Be like, Nicole, it's a different screen name, but it's your picture.
It's the 10-year
and that's
count.
Rizzo.
It'd be 2009 me, so she's much skinnier. You wouldn't recognize me.
Oh,
She gonna put a Coley with a K.
Call it with a K. What? I don't understand.
No, that's gonna be somebody else on social media in 2020. That's gonna be me.
Bev.
Watch out there.
Well,
Watch out there now. But yes, whatever you do with social media, good, bad, or indifferent, that's up to you. Those of us, people out here, whoever's listening to us in Pod World, was it that Spike Lee said, "Do the right thing, get your kicks, but not at anybody else's expense. If you can help it." That's my little plug to make the world a better place. Because some people are out here on the struggle, and social media does not do them any good. So, be better, be best, whatever.
Heal the world.
If they go low, go high. Shout out Michelle.
Make it a better place.
Yes, if you can.
For you and for me.
and don't take it so serious. Y'all get outside and go play.
And the entire
This is
human
something.
race.
Go-
Get off of the damn internet.
Go live your life. Nah.
There's so much happening
Remember, the
outside
internet
of your
used to cut
computer.
off. When that CD ran out, the internet cut off.
Yeah,
TV
man.
used to cut off. The internet used to cut
Plus
off.
you
You
had
had to do
dial-up.
something.
Yes.
Ooh.
If you had dial up, you was
See, the thing is, I had dial-up through the disc.
oh.
That was the 500 free hours AOL was giving away
Oh yes, that was
at
the
your
thing.
local food
Yes.
line.
We had those initially.
I had so many of them shits at the crib.
I don't ever remember us having to use any of the discs. I think we just because I think it ran through our phone or something like. I don't know. We never had to use the
I want to
disc.
say initially we did that, and then we got it running through the phone
Yeah.
at the house. But
We
initially
eventually had
you
like
got
internet, but
certain amounts of time on there.
500 hours. If they ever saw what was on that damn disc,
Wow.
Oh my, that's unfortunate. Speaking of that, we're just gonna take a pause then to shout out to people who never had the internet but still managed to be quite fucking awesome. One for us. One for us. And you're back for our FUBU moment. You guys, great things have happened to our hidden figures. As of November the 11th, the Congressional Gold Medal will be awarded to Katherine Johnson and Dr. Christine Darden, as well as Dorothy Vaughan and Mary Jackson posthumously. If those names are not familiar to you, they are the women who were celebrated or portrayed in the movie Hidden Figures last year. They worked with NASA. They were mathematicians. They were
calculators.
human calculators is what they called them.
That's why you said they didn't have the internet.
Correct.
Okay.
That's why I said that.
I got you.
So if you didn't see the movie one, great movie, and those are 4 women that you should know and recognize. Women in NASA, women in STEM stuff. That's cool. And there's, like I said, the 2 that are still living, they're really cool. And they've been out there. They were out there in the Oscars hanging out with like Taraji and Janelle Monáe and all them. They were just rolling around on red carpets. So that's what's up to them. And the government is giving them their things. Shout out to them. We love them. To all the little girls that want to be space oriented, get out in space, do the thing.
Do not let Judge Joe Brown
Do
hear
not.
about this because he is going
Whatever
to
you do.
lose his shit when he finds out they're getting that Congressional Gold Medal.
over the black the black spaceman, whoever he might have been.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who a black space person man was. I only knew Mae Jemison, and I just learned about these Hidden Figures. They were hidden for a long time.
This is true. Yeah. Well, don't tell Joe. He out there somewhere being upset, kicking up a skirt somewhere.
Well, Judge Joe Brown would probably enjoy my second FUBU moment, my little side FUBU moment. I just want to take a shout out to my main man, Carmelo Anthony, back in the league.
Oh.
He's been gone for a minute now. He's back with the jump off.
Oh. What team now?
The Blazers.
Blazers.
He was supposed to have been there apparently a couple years back. For those of you who follow the sports, shout out to Juice. He's back, guys. He's having a good night tonight. He looks really good. He's shooting 50% from the field. And I'm very excited.
I remember that was your dude for a long,
Melo was
long time.
my guy in undergrad.
This when he was in the Nuggets, right?
Yeah, when I was in high school and I had hair, that was supposedly my celebrity lookalike. Then I went to the cafeteria and started balding, and I turned into Uncle Phil. So, life comes at you fast. But Melo's back in the league. Hopefully, it lasts for a while. Shout out to him.
How long was he out for?
About a year.
A year. Well, we'll see what's going on.
Y'all stay tuned. We're gonna have a sports episode, Najee, and we're gonna welcome back Juice. They're gonna get out here and talk to us about the balls going into the hoops.
Whoa. Even if we don't, shout out to Melo.
Shout out to Melo. At one time, he was classified as one of the best players, or the best player in the league, just for shooting purposes.
Yeah, he was the best scorer in the league at the time. They wouldn't call him the best player because LeBron, of course, came in the same draft. But shout out to Melo, he's back.
He's back.
I literally watch every moment he's on the floor, except for tonight, because we're here with y'all.
Thank you.
You could be anywhere else,
But I'm here with y'all.
but you're here, bro.
Shout out to Melo, giving the Bulls work right now.
You guys should see the smile on Najee's face.
He's come alive.
He has.
I really like basketball, guys.
I'm so glad.
Well, look, we thank y'all for another episode of Nights at the Round Table. This has been your boy Esquire. I'm going to say it.
This is Coley.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll fight you.
They're going to fight, guys. Before this day is over. I'm just going to say Melo's back, but they about to fight. Najee's here, niggas.
We will be uploading our fight Nights at the Round Table Instagram.
and there will be a soundtrack to the fight.
You won't see our faces, though. It'll be blurred out. Or at least mine will. But look, guys, last episode, it's all of us here. Don't forget to check out our new playlist when it comes out. It's going to be Nights at the Round Table, Find Your Note, Volume 6. Also, we want you guys to make sure y'all continue to have a great rest of the week and a good Thanksgiving. Be safe out there. Don't eat too much. If you do eat a whole lot, get out, jump on the treadmill, walk around the house, and come back and get you some more food. Also, hit us up at nightroundsclt@gmail.com. You can talk to us at any time. Night Rounds on Instagram and also Twitter. We love to hear from you. Please talk to us. Talk to Lancelot or talk to Najee. One of them will respond back. So, any last words, guys? Anything else y'all want to say?
Nah, y'all have a by the time you hear this, hope you enjoyed your holiday. Enjoy your weekend. We out here. Listen to the playlist.
Yeah, hope y'all plates was good. Hope y'all didn't post the trash ones. And shout out to Melo being back.
Bring me them leftovers.
And y'all be safe out there on Black Friday. Golly, don't be out there doing too much. Did I tell you that one time I went to Alabama and some old man got trampled?
Damn.
Najee. Robert. they literally, I think what it was, he was standing at the front of the sliding doors and they were ready to get in there. And apparently the doors came open, he fell, and people just ran on top of him. And he died. Like, it's just like...
That's awful.
Pop not coming home.
The laughter was
That's
not for the
terrible.
ending.
Okay.
It was just because I imagine like that's like an Adam Sandler movie somewhere. Where somebody gets run over and they run on top of him, and then like the dude with the crazy eyes pops up. That's what I saw. I didn't know that he was no longer with us. I'm sorry, Pop.
This is not the cartoon where they just are flat on the ground like a pancake
And peel themselves
they
up.
get up and blow into their thumb, and they are back to normal. Pop actually died. So, but look, have a good Thanksgiving and
Please be safe.
check us out. Otherwise, be good to your. What do you say?
Y'all be good to yourselves and be good to each other. This is Coley. I'm out.
Oh, okay. Esquire.
Shout out to Mello.
This is Nights of the Round Table. We out of here, y'all. Good night.